Yeah, this is a funny one. Okay, so I have thought about that. I talk to people who are talking about things that I'm not deep in those things. I mean, okay, for certain things like ZK research, I do feel like having done as many episodes and also having produced the whiteboard sessions and having, done study groups myself on those, I feel a little bit more well-versed. But I will say that, especially early on, what I had to do was go into an interview where I knew very, very little. And what I learned, I think I actually picked this up from moving to Germany and not speaking the language that well. My German's okay now, but when I first moved there, you'd have conversations with Germans and you would only understand 60% of the words, and you're sort of trying to piece together the rest, but you don't want to interrupt the conversation. This is something I think anyone who's learned a second language and lived in the place has probably experienced. And I think what I kind of got good at was bluffing, just kind of going through it. I don't really understand what you said, but I'm going to keep the conversation going. I'm not going to stop you and be every word I don't get, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And it was kind of this just go with it. And then over time, especially with a language, you do that enough, you actually do pick it up. Now, transition this to the Zero Knowledge Podcast, I get the sense that I had sort of developed a bit of that skill. Something that I will say I did not have before. Before, when I was in an English-speaking place, I probably would have stopped people every step of the way because I didn't understand something. But yeah, having gone through that experience of living in a place with a different language, which I didn't speak that well for a while, I think I got better at entering into a conversation where some of the words I don't understand and knowing how to still keep the flow going enough and not interrupting it too dramatically. And over time, you do actually learn those words. You learn them by studying them after the interview. You learn them when, I'm writing the show notes or I'm doing research to finish off the show. Yeah, and I think that's how I do that. Now I'm exploring other realms outside of ZK, and I feel I'm in the same position. I have to accept that there's going to be a percentage of terms that I won't understand, and I have to sort of choose wisely. Sometimes I think the listener also doesn't know, and then I think it's important to clarify. But when I think the listener probably knows, then I kind of push through, and I try to kind of figure it out as I go. I'm sort of piecing together, what do they mean by that term? And maybe later on I'm I think I got it. That's my theory anyway.